Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Decade Twins podcast. So, today is a chat with Trisha. Okay? Yes. And what I want to talk about, okay, is the great resignation of America. Okay. A lot of people, basically, millions of Americans are quitting their jobs. They're leaving their jobs, Some of them are unhappy with work conditions. Some of them are unhappy with the low pay and the hard work, and some of them are unhappy with the micromanaging and just unhappy. And when I was reading a news article about it, of course, this is when the pandemic hit. The first large number of people leaving their jobs was in I believe April. I believe the article said in April, and then by July it rose again. So the Great Depression, Great Resignation was just getting greater. I don't understand why it's called Great Resignation either. That's just, America is just extra. We just extra as a country. As a whole, why is it the Great Resignation? It's just so stupid. Anyway, so I have this article or whatnot, and it was just stating that last week, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics announced that 4.3 million Americans, or 2.9% of the entire workforce, quit their jobs in August. That was a record-breaking month, and that's going off of the previous record months, which was April and July. And it says that the Great Resignation is real and it can be seen across virtually all industries. And you know what? I believe that, because here's my thing. When the pandemic had started, when it first started and schools had closed down and they moved the children to virtual learning, I was trying my best. I was talking to all of my managers. I had 3 managers at this job I was working at, in a warehouse. I talked to all my managers, trying to get in contact with the HR, got in contact with HR to put in a request for them to give me another schedule. That way I can still be able to work and to be able to be home with my child for his virtual learning class. I am a single mother, so I have to do everything myself. I didn't have an option of someone being there with him. I mean, I have my mom, but she doesn't know anything about, what's going on in schools and technology. So it just wouldn't work for her to be the one that's there while he's doing his virtual learning. So I'm writing emails, sending emails, making phone calls, trying to get in contact with someone to see if they can accommodate, my work schedule. And I had worked graveyard shift, so what I needed was something more so in the evening. And like I had mentioned to them, I still want to put in the same amount of hours, so it's still going to be the same amount of work. I just need to be on a different shift. That's it. I'm not trying to leave, because, while I was there, while the work was hard, I still liked the company at first, okay? I still like the company, because I'm during our training, they're yeah, we're for our employees and we're here for y'all to do better. We can work with you. We're flexible and blah, blah, blah. And come to find out, when I need them to be all of those things that they saying or that they said they were in training, no one was there for me. They weren't there for me. I was disposable. And it just really pissed me off for real, because I'm man, I'm dedicating a lot of time to y'all. I'm dedicating the strength of my body. Like, I'd be hurting, I'd be sore, I just be worn out from that job, but I would still get up the next day, come there and do the job with no complaint. And I wasn't one. I wasn't a person who would make the job hard for a manager and stuff. When they asked me to do something, I was there to do it. When they wanted to put me at different stations, I was there. I went to the different station with no, no complaint, no back talk, no nothing. I was just like, yeah, of course. I was there to help them out. So the fact that I wasn't able to be helped, or they didn't accommodate me, I mean, it just really showed me and proved to me just how these companies really think. Like, they don't care about their workers. So, I mean, to you companies, yeah, y'all deserve whatever it is that's going to take you to come down off of your high seat and work the same way you try to work your workers. That's what needs to be done. Like, I don't feel bad for a company that's failing, because it's just like, go and see these work conditions. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Big ups to the people that are leaving their jobs because they are just they're miserable. They're miserable. And when I was looking on YouTube, and they had did a news story about it, and they had showed like several different individuals who was a part of that 4.3 million. It was just, they were just stating how at some of their jobs they weren't following the CDC guidelines as far as the signs and everything. And the man, he was saying that he would make the signs, and his managers and stuff would tell him, like, don't put up those signs, and they was talking to him like he was their child or something. Like, it was crazy. So he left. And then another lady, she was upset with her work conditions too. She was doing hard work without the pay, and that is something big too. I think this pandemic, like, it just really made people see that having some type of revenue that you are doing on your own, that you are over and you're the boss, is the best way to be. Like, you can have a job, but you also need to have something that you're doing yourself, where you're making the investment into your own life. And I think it's great. Some people might say it's crazy, but I think it's great. Being completely self-sufficient and where you are an entrepreneur is hard, but I also feel like it's great because it will cause you, which I feel like it's causing 4.3 million. It will cause you to realize, look, if I'm going to sit here and sweat blood and I'm doing all of this stuff, breaking my back, my knees, if I got all this going on, it's going to be for myself. So I want to move on to another part of the article where it was trying to say that they trying to blame the unemployment for the people departing their jobs, like how many people are departing their jobs. But honestly, a lot of people didn't even receive their unemployment. So I don't feel like, I mean, unemployment, yeah, it probably played a part in some people's lives, because like me, I had to leave my job. Yes, I was receiving unemployment, but I was receiving unemployment because my job would not work with me. And this is after being with them for over a year, almost 2 years. I mean, which isn't as much as, someone else, but that's still a long time. And they wouldn't work with me. And I'm sure there are plenty of other companies that are the same way. And then on top of that, doing this hard work and not getting paid for it. I mean, at some point you just kind of just be like, you know what, forget it. I mean, like, what's the point? I'd rather quit here and go find a job that can make me happier. And that's another thing that I liked about that news story that I seen with the individuals. They ended up getting another job, making more money, being happy. A few of them, they got virtual jobs where they can work at home. They were comfortable. They were, they knew that their health wouldn't be at risk. And yeah, they didn't have to deal with micromanaging and somebody being over their shoulder and stuff like that. So it was really awesome. And you know what? That's another thing too. A lot of these jobs, they can be virtual. And I don't know if it costs more. Maybe it does. I don't know. Because I feel like for example, a call center, you still have to buy the equipment anyway to go inside of the call center. So buy the equipment to go inside of your employees' homes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's so much more that companies could do. They just don't want to do it. And then with this whole great resignation, I'm sure there's a lot of people, actually I know there's a lot of people that are leaving their jobs because they are trying to make getting the jab mandatory. We just literally had a protest at a large company, well known, a company that everybody be trying to get into here locally, and their workers are protesting because they are passing I don't think it's a bill because it's a company, but they're requiring their workers to be fully vaccinated. So they were out there protesting, and this time is just it's just crazy. It's just crazy. And seeing people, on a different sides, it's interesting to see like the arguments from each side. You got the side that say, if you don't get the jab or whatever, you're being careless and stupid and not worrying about your health and blah blah blah, and they keep on going on. And then I'll see a news report like today of someone dying. Okay, rest in peace. Colin Powell died fully vaccinated, and he died from COVID complications. So it's just like, why are y'all choosing to not like? Why are y'all choosing to act like y'all don't see that this is happening also? It's like you see the numbers of the people that are dying that are fully vaccinated. So why are you staying here trying to shove this down people's throat? And I believe we mentioned that in a previous podcast. Just let people choose what they want to do. Let people choose the risk that they want to take. Let them choose if they want to risk getting the vaccine and something still happening, or them not getting the vaccine and something happening or not happening on either side, vice versa. Like, it's just it's just so crazy. What is causing is division in our country that's already divided. But now it's becoming division amongst our own separate communities. And man, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's going to get better or worse. I just try to stay to myself and watch what's going on. But with this great resignation, it's pushing companies to now wake up. And I like that. So y'all need to be raising these wages, okay? If you're going to sit here and break people's backs, then you need to be able to give them enough money to go get whatever health care they need for their backs that you breaking in your company. Okay? Like, stop being selfish. You multi-million, multi-billion dollar company, pay your workers, man. Like, straight up, pay your workers what they deserve. And it's like, the money is there. The money is there. But America just so greedy. And it's crazy. Like, I seen someone say, it amazes me how Americans are now fighting for, this type of, what word did he use? basically they're fighting for, better work conditions, better pay and stuff like that. He was just saying it's crazy that they're fighting for that, and other countries already have that. Like, this is going to cause them to look at, free health care and free child care help, and all of these different things that other countries have, so that their country can flourish and be, more well off as a unit. And we're sitting here just in America would rather try to put a tag on it because we are poor. America is poor. And I think I said that before. They're poor, okay? They're going to try to make you pay for everything that they can. They're going to tax everything that they can because they are poor. We are poor. We almost don't own nothing, okay? But Dollar Tree. I think that's the only thing that's made in the USA. But speaking of Dollar Tree got up signs. Now hiring minors. It's getting bad. We are just down bad out here. They hiring kids now to work in the jobs because all adults are tired. Okay, we tired. This is just, oh gosh, it's crazy. Gas is the price of groceries. It's getting out of control, y'all. It's getting out of control. But I think I said something about inflation. If I didn't say it on a podcast, I definitely said it to people that I, talk to in my life and stuff. Just like, inflation is going to be crazy. I said coins is going to be of nothing. And that's crazy because then I start to see coins shortage. Y'all know how Moni be saying she a prosthetic. But it's so true. This stuff is coming to my head. I'm just like, man, watch. Coins are going to turn into nothing. Dollars is going to be more like pennies. $5 is going to be more like 1, 10, 5, and so on and so forth. And I'm literally watching this stuff unfold like before my eyes. It is kind of weird. But then it's kind of like, I knew it. And being that I did know it, I'm just glad that I'm the type of person that I am, that I do my best, and I did my best to, prepare for this type of situation. And that just brings me to, to you. So if you enjoyed this video today, be sure to click on one of these links to view more, and also click on the link right here to subscribe, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that you know when we upload. All right, y'all. Peace.